Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo
Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiret. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाङ्ग्रहे ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वं पदातिकं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So welcome you all on our ongoing discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have left last week on Wednesday, and then we continued for three more sessions, like understanding about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a bit, and about Srila Prabhupada, and about the importance of uh, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That is uh, taking a step towards the Bhakti Yoga. So in last session in the Bhakti steps session, we understood that sometimes feels to be very difficult to take everything at one time, but however we can take a step ahead and gradually we can actually elevate towards the real goal. So coming back to the point of Srimad Bhagavatam, and we discussed about the lineage of Dhruva Maharaj, and then we saw about actually Anga Maharaj. He was a very pious and religious good king. However, somehow or other, he had a very crooked son on the lineage of Dhruva Maharaj, right? And that Vena was actually crooked, and he was so crooked that the sages they has to kill him by they are chanting the mantras, and when they kill uh, Vena, they rub their hands and legs from arms. We see two great personality they come up, and that is Prithu Maharaj and Archi. They are incarnation of Lord Vishnu and Mother Lakshmi, or Narayan and Lakshmi. And then we discussed a bit about how Prithu Maharaj was actually glorified before he is ruling the kingdom, and everyone could see the same like qualities of all the devatas in him. Anyway, he was an incarnation of Lord Narayana, so everything was there with him. And there was a prediction made that he will travel around the whole world, whole globe, and he will milk the earth, and uh, he will do Ashwamedha Yagyas, around 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, and he will meet four Kumaras as well. And we left till this in our previous discussions. So today we'll continue from there. What happens then, as Vidura was explaining, sorry, Maitreya Muni was explaining to Vidura that these are the how Prithvi Maharaj has appeared, and then how he has been glorified. He mentioned that he milked the Mother Earth, and he was actually doing Ashwamedha. I mean, he will do Ashwamedha Yagya as well. And then Vidura asks question. He inquires more on this. So he said, why did Mother Earth take a form of cow, and what happened? Why Prithu Maharaj has to make the earth flat and he milked the mother cow? in a form of like earth in a form of mother cow. And then why did Indra steal the horse of Ashwamedha Yajna? So we'll see. Actually, Prithvi Maharaj was actually going to do 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, and the 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, the horse was being stolen by Indra. We'll see that story coming along. And then he said that, consequently, any narration concerning his activities of Prithvi Maharaj is surely very pleasing to hear, and it is actually produces all good fortune. So you are a devotee of Lord, and I am actually eager to hear more about it. So please, therefore, narrate all the stories of King Prithu, and who in the form of who is actually son of Vena, and he who milked the cow Earth, who has taken a form of cow. So Earth, she can actually take the different forms, and in this past time, she has taken a form of cow. Also, we have seen earlier also she has taken a form of cow, and we will see in 10th canto also she goes back to Lord Brahma in the form of cow and pray that I please like take away my distress, and they actually go to Lord Vishnu, and then his Vishnu assured, I will come down to Vrindavan. And that's an will come in canto 10. Then what happened after that? After Vidura inquires more questions from Maitri Muni, Maitri Muni humbly start narrating about the stories, what happened there. So once the citizens they come up to Prithvi Maharaj, and actually they have complained. They complained that actually we are suffering in your kingdom. And why? Because Mother Earth is not producing sufficient grain. So as Indra is a position, and he is supposed to provide rain to us, isn't it? As sun, he is supposed to provide sunlight to us. The moon, he is supposed to provide juices to the living entity and the animals, and to the plants and everything. So they are actually a great devotee of Lord, and they are doing their services. And as in the similar way, earth is also supposed to provide grains, because when we do farming and other things, we see everything comes from Mother Earth only, right? And Prabhupada many times explains that, whatever the Mother Earth can give us, no factory can manufacture it. Though we are so advanced, though we say we have so many kind of advance in technology and science and everything, but the grains, the oxygen, the air, the water, it cannot be produced in factories, right? And then after hearing the lamentation of the citizens, Maharaj Prithu, he meditated. He went on a meditation, and then he could see that because of some issues, Mother Earth is not producing uh, sufficient grains. Hence, there is scarcity of this. That is why the people in the kingdom, or the citizens, they are suffering. And then Maharaj Prithu could see that the Mother Earth has actually hidden the natural resources within her. And by seeing this, he actually took his bow and arrow, and he wanted to kill Mother Earth. And as if like, as if he became so angry, as if like Lord Shiva, who destroys the whole world out of anger. And as soon as Mother Earth saw the Prithu Maharaj is actually approaching her to kill, she took a form of cow and started running after Prithu. Like, she had running just afraid of Prithu Maharaj, bow and arrow. And then after a long chase, Mother Earth, she could not actually run fast, and she submissively surrendered him. And she turned back to Prithu Maharaj and said, please forgive me. And why are you chasing me? And what is the reason that why you want to kill me? Just as a man cannot escape the cruel hands of earth, cruel hands of death, the cow saved Mother Earth could not escape from the hands of Maharaj Prithu. So then she started addressing very in a great way that you are an opulent king, Prithu, and then you are the knower of all religious principle, and you are actually shelter of all the surrendered people. Then please save me, and you are protector of all living entities. You are a king. Then why are you willing to kill me? And she actually appealed very, very more, she praised Maharaj Prithu, and she said, I am very poor and have not committed any sinful activities. I do not know why you want to kill me. Since you are supposed to be the knower of all religious principles, why are you so envious of me, and why are you so anxious to kill a woman? And she said, no, a cow should not be killed, a woman should not be killed. Then what is the reason of your chasing me? And again, you are a religious king, and you should not kill me like this. And then she said, if I die, whom are you going to rule? Because you are ruling a Mother Earth. Then how you will be ruling? Then Maharaj Prithu encounters the questions. He said, my dear Earth, actually you have disobeyed my orders and rulings, because you are supposed to provide the necessary things uh, from the earth, and you are hiding it all. So you are not obeying my order. And because I am the king of this kingdom, and if I kill you, see, he said, if I kill you, I can still rule this with my mystic power. And you have taken your share from the yajna, so when the sacrifices happens, you take your shares, and still you are not providing sufficient natural things which are for our citizens. And so punishing you is not a sinful. And you have not delivered seeds and grains and other uh, kind of which can be produced from Mother Earth. So so you have actually uh, lost the intelligence, and despite my order, you do not deliver the seeds and herbs and grains formerly created by Brahma and now hidden within yourself. So we see the creation happened by Lord Brahma, secondary creation, and Mother Earth is supposed to provide everything. In the similar way, we discussed about all the devatas who are there nominated in the positions, they are supposed to provide the necessity things, right? Like sun, sun god, he cannot say, okay, I am not going to provide any more sunlight to you. It's not that. And we will see in 10th canto when uh, indra Indra actually he didn't provide a rain, because there is sacrifice happens to him all the time, and Nanda Maharaj used to do it. And one of the time Lord Krishna says, no, we don't need to do any more sacrifice for Indras, and Indra is supposed to provide a rain, and let's do worship Govardhan hill. And then Indra was got angry, and we'll see the past time again. So the point is, then all the devatas, they are obliged to provide the necessary things, and Mother Earth is also supposed to provide the things. However, after hearing this Pruthus argument, Mother Earth started praying again. He says, I am surrendered to you with my folded hands, and there is no reason to hold all these natural things. But the only thing is that Earth has the ability to provide everything, because of the Venus cruelty and these things, I have been keeping it hidden. And she said, my dear Lord, in this way you are once protected me. She actually glorified Maharaj, because Prati is an incarnation of Lord Narayana. She said, you have already protected me as an incarnation of boar. You have lifted me from Gardodaka ocean. And why are you going to kill me now? And the only reason why I have protected everything is because of the non-devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding. Like we see the Vena, he was so cruel and so crooked that he was killing to all the brahmanas, and he was actually destroying the sacrifices which are used to happen. And he said that, okay, I am the king and I am the Lord, I am the supreme, so you should be worshiping me. And this kind of things happened. That is why she has actually hidden everything. And so because of that, I have been stopping everything. And now, as you are ruling, I'll provide it everything. So please forgive me. By saying this, Mother Earth said, Prithu Maharaj, so please forgive me. I'll provide you all the necessary things, because we have done all the sacrifices. Then, after hearing the auspicious and pleasing words of Mother Earth, or the planet Earth, the king Prithu Maharaj accepted her, and then he transformed the. Actually, this being described. There's so many. I'll read it. So many all the different personalities. They came and they become calf and they start milking the cow. Let me read it. Actually, that's a very nice thing. Uh, yes. Yeah. So after hearing this lamentation and seeing the pitiable condition of the citizens, King Prithu, no, this one we've gone to 18th now. Yeah. Okay. Uh, then she said, after hearing the auspicious and pleasing words of planet Earth, the king accepted them, and he then transformed Swayambhu Manu into a calf. So Prithu Maharaj transformed Swayambhu Manu into a calf and milk all the herbs and grains from the earth in the form of cow, keeping them in his cupped hands. Others who were as intelligent as King Prithu also took the essence out of the earthly planet. Indeed, everyone took this opportunity to follow in the footsteps of King Prithu and get whatever he desired from the planet Earth. So all the sages, they transport Brihaspati into a cup and make the senses into a pot, and they milk all the kinds of Vedic knowledge to purify words, mind, and hearing. So from Mother Earth, we can actually get all these things. Even we get Vedic knowledge. Then all the demigods, they made Indra, who is the king of heaven, into a calf, and from the earth they milk the beverage Soma Rasa, which is nectar, and they by this they become powerful in mental speculation and bodily and also sensual strength. And the son of deities, the demons, they transferred Prahlad Maharaj, who was born in the Ashura family, into a calf, and they extracted various kinds of liquor which they put into a pot made of iron. In a similar way, the Gandharva, the Apsara Loka, and Pitra Loka, Siddha Loka, they actually came and started milking Mother Earth as for their need and requirements. By this, after that, Mother Earth, she requested to Maharaj Prithu. She said that, uh, Maharaj Prithu, she asked to level it round. And then after this, the king of all kings, Maharaj Prithu, he leveled all the rough places like mountains and hills. Actually, he make it a flat surface of the globe by breaking up the hills and the strength by his bow. And by his grace, the surface of the globe almost became flat. And then hence, as the requested done by Mother Earth to make the earth flat, that was done by Maharaj Prithu. And then after that, actually Maharaj Prithu, earlier it's been written in this last section of this chapter, that earlier there were no cities, villages, and kind of grains. But after Maharaj Prithu, every division has been came over there. So I'll read it. The King Maharaj Prithu, he founded many types of villages, settlements, and towns, and built forts, residence for covered men, stables for animals, places for the royal champs, mining places, agriculture towns, and mountains villages. And before the reign of King Prithu, there was no planned arrangement for the cities. So what we see right now, the different planning is actually has came from Prithu Maharaj, and the different cities, villages, pasturing grounds, etc. Everything was earlier all scattered, and everyone constructed his quarters according to his own convenience. However, from the time of King Prithu, plans were made for towns and villages. So in this way, Mother Earth is being milked by different personalities as per what they needed. And then at the end, Maharaj Prithu made the earth even flatten, and there have been so many villages, towns, and forts, and uh, places for animals, and the royal camps, mining places has been established. And then, so we end here chapter number 18, and we'll go on chapter 19. hopefully. Yeah. So after that, the second question of second question of Vidura to Maitreya Muni saying, why did Indra was stealing the horse from the sacrifice? So the answer for this is being given now. He says, Maharaj Prithu has actually gone through Ashwamedha Yajnas, and he has done 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas with full opulence. It means it means that all the devatas are being satisfied, they were fully satisfied, all the brahmanas being fully satisfied in all the yajnas. And actually, by seeing this, Indra was getting envious. Why? Because it is being described that if someone wants to become Indra, and if he performs 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, then the person can actually become Indra. So, as we discussed earlier, Indra is a position, and the qualification to become Indra is performing of 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas. So, even Prabhupada writes, even Indra has a fear of his position. So, if we see in our current world, the position of prime minister and president, and this all happens for some couple of years, and after that, again, the fight for that throne or seat is being happened. We see in every 5 years, prime minister changes, and then all the voting and all things happens. And to become Indra, a person is to perform 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas. And because of that, Indra became very envious of Prithu Maharaj opulence, because he was doing sacrifices with full opulence. Everyone, even the Lord of Sacrifice called Vishnu, he was also taking part in that, and everyone was happy. That is how. That is why Indra was actually becoming very envious towards Prithu Maharaj, and now he has arranged one more or 100th sacrifices. So everyone was there to do sacrifices, and then we see the custom of that. Before sacrifice, a horse is being left, and if anyone wants to hold the horse, that means someone is actually asking for challenges, or someone is want to interrupt the sacrifice. And in this way, what happened? Indra, he came as a brahmana, and kind of invisible brahmana, and stole the horse from the sacrifice. And it's not just once he stole many a times because of his jealous. And Maharaj Prithu, just by first time when he saw where the horse went, and he actually asked his son, who is Bijitsava. So Bijitsava is a son of Maharaj Prithu, who could actually see Indra stealing the horse. However, due to his respect, he didn't say anything, because there are so many sages and the brahmanas and even the devatas, so he was keeping quiet. But as the instructions given by Prithu Maharaj, then uh, Vijayasava chased, and he brought back the horse from Indra. Though he didn't kill Indra, he just brought back the horse. And after that, again, Yajna started. As Yajna started, again Indra came, and again he stole it. But it happens for many times. And still, Vijayasava used to go and bring back that horse. And by seeing this happening many a time, Prithu Maharaj got angry. He says, he became angry, and though Indra was actually he was dressed like a mendicant, like a sadhu, but actually his intention was he was so much attached to his throne, and that's why he was actually stealing the horse every time and disturbing the sacrifice to happen. He don't wanted to sacrifice to get completed. And Prabhupada gives an example here that intention is actually important here. Though outer dress, it doesn't make much difference if the inner intention is bad. We see example of Putana. So Putana, she has came with an intention to kill Krishna, though she has had dressed up herself as a mother, and she wanted to feed Krishna her milk, but the intention was to kill. And here Indra, though he has came as a mendicant, as a sadhu, but still his intention was attached to the throne, because he don't wanted to make this 100 Ashwamedha Yagya happen, because he is the only one who has done 100 Ashwamedha Yagya yet. Yes, yet. That is why. And Prithu Maharaj got very angry. And Prithu Maharaj, being angry, he said, "Okay, I'll kill you now." And Prithu Maharaj was actually about to kill Indra. Lord Brahma appears there. And Lord Brahma appears, and he says, he actually kind of solved the issues between these two. And Lord Brahma appeared and he said, "Do not kill Indra, because you rather stop the sacrifice. 99 sacrifice is sufficient for you. There is no need to kill Indra. And Indra is a part of Supreme Lord, is a kind of part of body of Supreme Lord. So there is no need to kill Indra." And again, he said that you you have anyway completed 99 yajnas, and sacrifice is meant to please Supreme Lord, right? Even also to the devatas, and Indra is not pleased, so you can stop this. The confusion might come here, that why did Lord Brahma try to pacify or make suggestions to Prithu Maharaj rather than asking to Indra, because the action of Indra is not good. It was not supposed to be. The Prabhupada says that there is no need to say someone who doesn't listen. And Indra was so proud, and he was he is so attached to his throne, that if Lord Brahma would have instructed him, he might have got more angry. And that is why Prithu Maharaj was been instructed, and as Prithu Maharaj was actually very much a devotee of Lord Hari, that is why he could understand why Lord Brahma is trying to say me, and so he stopped it. And we can see that Indra is stubborn. He was attached to his thing. However, Prithu Maharaj was submissive. As soon as Brahma told him, he stopped his sacrifices. Even Indra is envious, and he's becoming insecure about his position. At the same time, Prithu Maharaj has forgiven. He was about to kill Indra, but he forgave him. Right. In this way, Brahma had tried to stop the sacrifice, and Prabhupada writes that because Indra was envious, stubborn, attached, and hence he is not going to hear the right advice. If asked to stop, he will be getting more angry and won't cooperate. That is why Prithu Maharaj been advised by Brahma, and then he stopped the sacrifice. As soon as he stopped the sacrifice, Lord Vishnu comes there. So the real goal of doing a sacrifice is actually to please Lord Hari. And in this incident, Prithu Maharaj, by stopping the sacrifice, he pleased Lord Hari, because Vishnu, he appeared there. And we'll continue from chapter 20, that how Lord Vishnu appears there in the chapter name is Lord Vishnu's appearance in sacrificial arena of Maharaj Prithu. We'll continue from there. And I like to share a small and nice story. You might have heard it, but the point here is about the story is, somehow or other, we need to generate a full, unflinching faith towards Lord Krishna. That is the real motive of hearing Krishna Katha, understanding Krishna Katha, chanting the holy name, because that is the only way by which we can actually go back to Golok Vrindavan. Right. So, uh, you might have heard about this story earlier as well. This is the story of Sakshi Gopal, or a deity who witnessed uh, a nice conversation between two brahmanas. So Sakshi Gopal is right now, if you see, is there a temple in Orissa. It comes actually some 10, 15, 15, 20 kilometers away from Puri towards Bhubaneswar. And there is a temple called Sakshi Gopal. Very nice temple and merciful as well. So what happened? Once there were two brahmanas from South India. They went to for a pilgrimage, and one brahman was old, and another brahmana was young. The old brahmana was a bit, he had a good amount of money with him, kind of rich, and but the young brahmana was poor. But the because the old brahmana was quite old, so he could not walk alone and go alone. So he took the other young brahmana, and they went for a pilgrimage tour. They went to Gaya, Kashi, and then finally they reached to Vrindavan. I'll try to keep it short in our 10 minutes only. And then when they reached to Vrindavan, and they see the deity of Gopal. And after seeing the deity of Gopal, they stayed there for a couple of days. And the old Brahmana had a daughter. And he promised to the young Brahmana that I will be giving you my daughter for marriage. Though the young Brahmana, he said, it's not matching, because I'm poor and you are in a very high class and you have good amount of money, then it doesn't match. So then also the Brahmana says, no, don't worry for that. I'll give you the marriage. And then anyway, the young Brahmana says, okay, someone needs to be witness for it if you really want to do it. Though I don't have any desire, but still, if you want to give me your daughter, that's fine. We can have a deal. And actually they went before Lord Gopal. And then Gopala being the Sakshi or the witness of the conversation happened between these two. And in front of Gopal, the old Brahman said, okay, I'll give my daughter in marriage to you. And after pilgrimage, they both came back. After coming back, after a couple of years, the young Brahman, when he thought, okay, it's now time for marriage, and he went to the old Brahman and asked, so as per your promise, so please give me the hand of your daughter, and we can have the marriage. By hearing this, the brother and the mother of the girl, or the wife of the old Brahmana, or son of the old Brahmana, they become angry. How can you think of getting married with my daughter, or my sister's, kind of things they started saying to the young Brahmana. And he said that no, it's your father wish, and he actually given me a promise. That is what the thing is, and that's why I came up here. However, the old Brahmana, he was actually, because of fear of his family, he could not say anything. Then the son of the old Brahmana, he called up all the people from the village and said that my father was rich and they have went for pilgrimage, and because of this money or some threat, this Brahmana, young Brahmana, has threatened my father and has committed the things to get married with my sister. So it can't happen. And by saying that, the young Brahmana said, okay, I have one witness for it. And the witness is Gopal. So Lord Gopal, the deity Gopal, is there in the Vrindavan, and he is the witness. So now the thing is that the son of the old Brahmana, he said, okay, that's nice. How can that statue will come to here? And this, the Brahmanas thought, okay, if Gopal has promised me and if he'll come, then the marriage will happen. So agreement happened with them that, okay, if Gopal comes from there and give a witness here, then the marriage will continue, or there is no problem in that marriage. By saying that, the son of the Brahmanas, old Brahmanas agreed, the Brahmanas agree, as well as the young Brahman agreed. Then the young Brahmana went back to Vrindavan. and asked the deity Gopal, please, you are the witness of our conversation, so please come and give the witness in front of everyone. The Gopal said, okay, I'm telling you this, that be assured. Then he said, no, it doesn't work like that. You have to come along with me and give the witness there. And then Gopal said, how can I walk? I'm a statue, how can I walk? And then the young Brahmana says, oh Lord, if you can talk, you can walk as well. And then, so please come along me. And I know if any of your form comes there and then give the sakshi, they won't believe. You have to come along with me and then give the witness. And then Lord agreed to come. Just imagine the faith we need. And the Lord agreed to come. And the Lord agreed to come, and with a condition that, I will come behind you. The only condition is that as soon as you turn your back and see me, I won't move anymore from there. I will stay there. And for assurance, you will be hearing my twinklings of my ankles. So you'll assure that I'm coming with you. And whenever you think we need to take rest, you can cook something for me, and we can have prasad, and then we can carry on from there. So that was the agreement. And then they continued, and they continued, and they reached the village. And as soon as they were about to reach the village, out of curiosity, or somehow or the other, he was not able to hear the twinkling sounds of ankles bells of Lord Gopal. And then the young Brahmana turned back. And as soon as he turned back, he could see the Lord Gopal standing there and smiling on him. Okay, I came here till now, and I won't move anymore. So please, you call your family members, and we can have your uh, next further discussion over here, or witness to you. So all the family members, or the villagers, they actually came there, and they all have darshan of Lord Gopal. And Gopal witnessed that yes, this was the deal, and this was the promise has given by the Brahmanas, that he will give his daughter to the Brahman, the young Brahmana. So I'm here. And after a long time, a king, I think King Purushottama, he brought back the deity from the South India and placed in Odisha, that is very near to Bhubaneswar, Bhubaneswar and Puri, in the middle of Bhubaneswar and Puri. And that is very, very beautiful, charming, nearly 7 feet height of the deities, and very merciful. So this is the way how we can understand and think that Lord actually talks with us. So when we see the deities, maybe Lord Jagannath or Koranita Mayapur or Jagannath Puri or Radha Madhav or Radha Govind, or anyone, they are actually not the deities. Krishna has manifested from the matter for us to serve them. He is just here so that we can serve them and get the pleasure. Krishna is being served by thousands and thousands of Lakshmis, but he is so merciful also that he has come in our house as a form of deity, so that we can offer our prasadam to him. Whatever you make the bhoga, we can offer him. Even the fruits, Krishna doesn't need anything. Patram pushpam phalam toyam is enough. A leaf, a flower, a water, a fruits is enough for him, just with devotion. So as the young Brahmana had so much devotion, and he was sure that yes, my Gopal will come, and he came. In the similar way, when we have generated the faith, Lord will start speaking with us. And there are so many glorious stories of so many devotees, uh, but the thing is that somehow or other we need to generate the faith. And to generate the faith in this Kali Yuga, the best process, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, is Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Hare Krishna. Any questions, any doubt, or any comments, suggestions, please let me know.
Guruji, one question.
Yes, please.
Guruji, Shakti Gopal is in Lord Jagannath temple as well, correct? There is one Shakti Gopal that if you don't see Shakti Gopal after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, your darshan is not complete. Incomplete, they say. So,
Yes. So, in,
is,
in temple of Jagannath Puri, you see all the deities as well. But the actual Sachi Gopal is just there in 15 kilometers away from that.
so what is the importance of that Shakti Gopal? They say that if you don't take darshan of Shakti Gopal and if you go away from the temple without, so your darshan is incomplete. Why do they say that?
I'm not very much sure on that, but yeah, it's really not sure on that why people say this.
Okay, so maybe we can.
But the thing that maybe it's good to have darshan of Lord Sakshi Gopal as well. Maybe that or because it is so merciful as well.
So Gopal and Jagannath are same, correct? So why that?
Yes, yeah, they are both are same. Jai Krishna, Sai Gaura, Sai Jagannath.
Very true, very true. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. Any more questions? Any comments? Okay, then we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow from the same. We'll continue from chapter number 20 from here. Okay.
Okay.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.